can see there's one person on the call, and just like we said, at exactly 10 o'clock we start. We're not waiting. So while others join us, please, if you can hear me clearly, can you just type in 111 in the chat? If you can hear me clearly, can you type in 111? We minimize speaking during training like this so that there's not too much interference. So if you can hear me loud and clear, can you type in 111 in the chat? I want to make sure you can hear me. So if you can hear me, can you just type in 111 in the chat? Or let me unmute you. Or chat me on WhatsApp if you don't know, if you can hear me. Or if you don't know how to use Zoom, just chat me on WhatsApp. Let me know if you can hear me. Hello, is anybody there? Mrs. Divine. Mrs. Divine, can you hear me? Mrs. Divine, can you hear me? Please, if you can, let me know on WhatsApp. If you can, let me know on WhatsApp, please. If you can hear me loud and clear, let me know on WhatsApp. Okay, this is strange. I have one person on the call, but no response. So I'll just hang in here, waiting for others to join. All right. Mrs. Divine Oluchuku, can you see? You can't see anything, but you can see my screen, right? Can you see my screen? Mrs. Victoria, you're welcome. Good evening. Please, if you can hear me, can you type in 111 in the chat or send me a WhatsApp message acknowledging you can hear me? That is if you are not familiar with the use of Zoom. So, I welcome every one of us this evening. Please, if you can hear me, can you type in 111 in the chat? And if you cannot, if you're not familiar with the use of Zoom, can you just send me a message on WhatsApp acknowledging you can hear me? I need to be sure you can hear me before I move forward. I need to be sure you can hear me before I move forward. I need to be sure you all can hear me. So please, I need some feedback from the chat. Either you chat me. Okay, Mrs. Victoria says she can hear me. All right. You all right. All right. So I want to assume Mr. Eze can hear me because he's raising up his hands. Okay, so moving on this evening, I welcome every one of us. My name is Femi Paul. I'm a Forex trader. Okay, let me see, I'm coming. Yes, I can hear you, beautiful. So my name is Femi Paul. I'm from Kogi State. Excuse me, sorry about that. That was my wife's phone. I'm from Kogi State, a mechanical engineering graduate from Federal University of Technology, Mina, Niger State. I graduated 2015. Worked for 2 years as a manager in a firm and then resigned to trading full time. So I've been trading full time. I got married March this year, and I resigned my job March this year. I've been trading full time from March till now. So that is a little about me that I think you will need to know in this class. While we continue in the class, I'll get to know us. I'll get to know us individually, and we'll get to know each other. So without further ado, without wasting much time, please, at any point, you could just send me a chat either on WhatsApp or via Telegram to notify me if you can hear me or not, or if the network is acting up. So I want to welcome every one of us to the field of Forex trading or the industry of Forex trading. I don't know if we've done it before or if this is your first time. If this is your first time, you don't need to be scared. You're not the first set of people that I personally am trading. I have quite a number of people that I'm trading, and they're already trading on their own, and they're making money. But it's not just something you achieve overnight. It's something that you must commit yourself to. And that is why even after this weekend of training, intensive training, we're going to be having a 3-month support system where in the next 3 months, we are still doing trainings. In the next 3 months, you have access to ask questions, and we are still doing trainings at least twice on a weekly basis just to get you really, really grounded in trading Forex. Now, the way I do my trading is I am not too much of a PowerPoint person, writing points on PowerPoint. I like doing it physical. So I will advise you have a note beside you. I will advise you have a note beside you so that as we are going, you are jotting. As we are going, you are jotting. So I will sincerely, excuse me, please. One of our students just chatted me. Let me, please, is it audio or video? I can only hear but not see. Yeah, it's audio, but you can see my screen, right? You can see welcome to the introductory class. I can see you, Mrs. Divine. If you can see it, can you nod your head that you can see it? You can see welcome to the introductory class. Can you see that? I'm sharing my screen, so you cannot see my face, but you can see my screen, my Forex screen. Can you see that? If you can see that, please acknowledge on WhatsApp or acknowledge via the Zoom app. All right, so tonight you will learn the following: the difference between spot Forex and binary Forex, and then you get to understand your trading tools. That is where you get to understand all the necessary tools that you'll be using to trade the Forex markets. You get to understand all that tonight. Now, this call is being recorded and it will be uploaded to the YouTube channel, because going forward from now, we will not be doing, starting from tomorrow, we will not be having Zoom calls. I will explain that at the end of the class. We're not doing anything on Telegram. We're not doing any audio classes. All our classes are video classes, live classes. You're seeing what is happening. But then for effectiveness purpose, we will not be doing Zoom call. Now, Zoom call, there are so many factors that can limit the effectiveness of Zoom. One of it could be network. One of the reasons why we couldn't come on earlier was because I needed at least quite a number of us ready for this call tonight before coming on the call. And one of us just chatted me that he can't make it by 9:45. That's why we had to extend the class a bit till 10 o'clock. But we have a structure we are working with, we've been working with, that is very, very effective. So we'll be adopting that structure going forward from now. So let me start. Hope you have your notes. Now, what is Forex? Forex is the short form or the abbreviation for foreign exchange. And it simply means, or it simply interprets that you as a Forex trader, you are involved in foreign exchange that happens between two or more countries. You as a Forex trader, every time you trade the Forex market, what you might be doing might look very simple, but there's a complex underlying work that you are not seeing. Every time you trade the Forex market, you are involved in an exchange of international currencies. You are involved in exchanging one currency with the other, buying one currency and selling the other, or selling one currency and buying the other. Now, please, I want you to follow me closely. How do we trade the Forex market? I'll be releasing details. Just have your pen and your notes. I am open to questions anytime, midnight, early morning. Just drop your questions, chat me directly, and I'll respond to your question. But let me just offload this information. Now, in the Forex market, currencies are usually traded. Let me do this. This is e.g. Let me write this here. E.g. This is an example. You have what we call the Great Britain pound. The Great Britain pound, the abbreviation for the currency is GBP. Now, the way currencies are abbreviated in the Forex market is the first two initials of the abbreviation stands for the country name, then the last initial stands for the currency. So this is Great Britain pound. Like in Nigeria now, we have NG, that is our Nigerian currency, NGN. This is how our currency is represented. And what this NG stands for, this stands for Nigeria, and this last N stands for Naira, Nigerian Naira. In the the United States dollar, you have it as, this is how the currency is represented in the foreign exchange market, USD. Excuse me, please. You have it as USD. This U stands for United States dollar, USD, United States dollar. So if you understand thus far and you're hearing me clearly, can you just type 1 in the chat? Just type 1, just send 1 in the chat. Type 1 in the chat. You're hearing me? Please just type 1 in the chat. All right, beautiful. Yes, beautiful. All right, beautiful. Okay, so as we continue, you are going to be interfacing with more currency pairs. You're going to be interfacing with more currency pairs. More currency pairs you'll be interfacing. These are just this is just a few examples. So I'm coming. Let me erase this. Let me get this erased, please. All right. So now I just told you what Forex is, and I told you what you do as a trader. What you do as a trader. Now, this is going to sound a little bit strange to you, especially if this is your first time you're just coming into this space. Especially if this is your first time. What you're looking in front of me, what you're seeing, this red and blue lines you're seeing is one of the most powerful tools you'll be using in the Forex market. But before we get there, how do we trade in the Forex market? I need to make this a foundational knowledge you understand. Now, currencies in the Forex market always comes in pair. Currencies in the Forex market always comes in pair. Currencies, before you can trade, currencies always come in pair. What do I mean in pair? You can never trade one currency as a standalone currency. In the Forex market, you can never trade one currency as a standalone currency. You always pair currency. And one of the examples I like using for all my students is when you go to the market, is a very, very basic and childish example, and you want to buy, let's say, a bag of rice. Now, you have what we call money. You have money, and you want to use your money to get, you have money, you want to use your money to get rice. Now, you can see that something is going for something. Your money is going for you to get rice. And the person selling it, the trader is losing his or her rice to get money. Please just give me a moment, please. All right, so I'm back. So what the trader is losing is the trader is losing the rice and is getting money. While you are losing your money, 10,000 naira, 15,000, 20, 35,000 or 36,000 that a bag of rice costs now. You are losing your 36,000 to get a bag of rice. Now, that is how it also operates in the Forex market. In the Forex market, let's say, for example, you wanted to trade two currencies. You want to take, and you are going to, I'm going to be giving you a list of currencies that you need to memorize. There's a particular way currencies are paired. There's a particular way. But that will, you get to understand that tomorrow. You get to understand that tomorrow. So let me not jump ahead of my time. Let me not jump ahead. So let's say, for instance, you want to trade the Great Britain pound, and I told you earlier, it's called GBP. You want to trade the Great Britain pound paired against the United States dollar. Paired against the United States dollar, USD. Now, what this means is you are either going to be selling this, you either sell the British pound and buy the USD, the American, and buy this, the United States dollar. So it's just like this analogy. GBP is the money you have. USD is the commodity you want to purchase. So you are giving away GBP to purchase USD. Or you can take the place of the trader now. that is giving away rice to get the money. So you are giving away USD to get GBP. There's always a giving away to obtain. You are either you always give away one currency to get another currency. But then one of the questions most of my students ask me is, are we the one that will be doing this? Are we going to be alternating between GBP USD? Because some of them will tell you that our account was funded in USD, but how do we sell GBP? How do we sell euro? How do we sell Japanese yen? How do we sell all those other currencies when all we have in our trading account is USD? Well, all those other informations, you don't need to concern yourself with it. Those are underlining information. USD is one of the strongest currencies in the global market. It is a base currency where you can fund your account with USD, GBP, Euro. You can fund your account with those currencies and trade across all currencies in the market without being affected. The other works of switching between GBP, NZD, AUD, Canadian dollar, and the rest is being done by who we call your broker, whom I will be introducing you to in a matter of some minutes. But then I just wanted to create this foundation of this is how the market is traded. You either sell the first currency to buy the second currency, or you sell the second currency to buy the first currency. You sell the first currency to buy the second, or you sell the second to buy the first. That is how Forex works. Now, how do I then make money in the Forex market? Because everybody's always interested in that. How do I make money? This is an introductory class. So I am introducing you to everything that will help you get started. Tomorrow we'll now be taking it one after the other. If you are following thus far, can you just add a one? I like interactive class, but the thing is you don't get to speak until after my class. I can unmute you, but during my class, you communicate with me via chat. So if you understand, type one. If you are following and you are gaining value, because I like people gaining value. One, beautiful, Mr. Eze. My ladies, our ladies, should I say our ladies? Mrs. Victoria and Mrs. Oluchuku, Divine, Mrs. Divine. Mrs. Divine is still on the call. So if you are gaining value and you're following, you could just send me a message on WhatsApp. If you're still having, okay, Mrs. Divine raised up her hand, so she's following. All right, beautiful. So the next thing I said is, how do we make money in the Forex market? Now, look at this, guys. Look at my chart. I'm coming. Let me get rid of this thing. Let me get rid of this. Now, you can see this chart. Bro, stop that. All right. You can see this chart, guys. You can see what you see in front of you. You can see lines. Now, this is the Forex market. This is the Forex market for a particular currency. This is the currency up here. NZD USD. That is New Zealand dollar paired against United States dollar. But then let me change it to the currency we've been talking about, the Great Britain pound, which is GBP paired against USD. So I'll just click here. I'll teach you how to use this tool. I'm going to introduce you to these things. I will teach you how to use them as we go. Now, let me do this. Let me type GBP, Great Britain pound paired against the USD, United States dollar. You see, I just typed them together. You can see it. British pound paired against the United States dollar. You can see GBP brought out all the lists. So I'll just hit enter on my computer and it's going to load the chart. Now, this is the chart. Now, I want to explain what you're looking at, what you're seeing in front of you. I want to explain it. Now, the Forex market is captured in what we call charts. This chart contains the information of what is happening in the markets. Now, we're getting a little bit technical, so you want to pay attention as you're jotting. A link to this video is going to be made available so you can watch it all over again. The thing is, when people work with me, I stretch them a bit. I give lots of assignments. Because you're dealing with real money here. So I will not just give you shallow knowledge, then you go into the market and then your money is gone and you're like, this thing doesn't work or this thing is scam. It actually does work if you get it right. If you cooperate, you definitely get it right. Now, the forex market is represented in charts. This chart is what contains historical data of what has happened in that particular currency. Every currency have their unique charts. What is this chart telling us? This chart captures the movement of price to the last seconds. It captures the movement of price between these two currencies. Now, the reason why we buy a currency and sell the other, or the reason why we sell a currency and buy the other, is because of what we call value flow. Value is changing hands. Like now, if you go to your bank and you say you want to change your naira to dollar, you will see how far the naira has dropped. Around 450, around 470, 480. So to get $1, you need to give 480 naira. Tomorrow you might go now, it might have come back to 470. Next tomorrow you might go, it might have dropped to 490. Now that movement is captured to the last seconds in these charts. So the movement between the up and down movement of value between two currencies is what you are looking at here. And I will teach you how to interpret it. So don't be scared. This might be looking like Aramaic now or Chinese. You will learn how to interpret this. That is why you have the 3-month support. So that movement is what you see captured in this line, this red and blue line you're seeing, red and blue line that is just jaga everywhere. That movement, but then this is the unique movement of this particular currency pair, Great Britain pound paired against the United States dollar. The appreciation in value and drop in value when the Great Britain pound is more valued over the United States dollar, when the United States dollar is more valued over the Great British pound. That movement, that up and down movement, just like I gave an example of the naira switching from 48 to 470 to 250, 450 to 430. That movement is what is captured here, and this is captured down to the year 2000. That is the data we have here. This is not all. This is just for, if you see my chart, if you look down here, this is just for 30th. This is 30th of October. So this information captured here is just for the 30th of October. That is today. So over here, I'll teach you how to use this tool tomorrow. You have different time frame. If you want to know what's happening, what happened in one minute, you can come to 1 minute. You want to know what happened the whole of today. Let me change it now. Look at this. This is my daily. Okay, look at my daily chart. I want to know what happened in the whole of today. So I'll change it to day. It will show me. All right, the last chart, this last blue line you are seeing here is what is telling me, okay, this is what happened in the GBP USD currency pair. This is what happened. This thing here. If you look down to this point, you will see when I highlight it, you see it's capturing 30th of October. This blue line down here is capturing 30th of October. If I move it to the previous one, the red is capturing 29th. If I move it to the previous one, it's capturing 28th. If I move it, let me try to zoom out. You might not be seeing my screen. Let me zoom out so that you can see it more audibly. All right, my screen is at 80. So you can see this is capturing 30th. Look down, you see 30th of October. This is capturing 29th. This is capturing 28th. So I just change it to what we call the daily chart. The daily chart tells me, it summarizes what happened in the whole day in just what we call candle. Now, these are candles. These are market candles. They are called Japanese candles. You will learn how to interpret this. These are called Japanese candles. What led me to this was a question I asked myself. How do you make money? How do you profit trading Forex? How do you profit trading Forex? That was the question I asked that led to all these things I have said. And it is important I say those things so as to be able to form a foundation. building that I'll be building upon. Now, this candles you are seeing. This candle shows us when a particular currency is gaining value and the other one is losing value, and when a currency is losing value and the opposite is happening to the other one. Now, this GBP USD, let me tell you how this market works. Let me write GBP USD here. This is GBP USD. All right. Now, these are the two currency paired. Now, listen to this, guys. I told you that in the Forex market, how you make money is you either give this to get this, or you give this to get this. You must give one to get the other, or you give the other to get one. The first one here, this is what we call base currency. So I want you to take note of that. So I'll be referring to them as base and the name as it goes. This is what we call the base currency. The first one is what we call the base currency. This second one in a pair, this is a currency pair. In these two, between this pair, the first one is always like just the way you have firstborn and secondborn. The first one is the firstborn, and his name is base currency. The second one is the secondborn, and it's called quote currency. QUOTE. Quote, please pardon my writing. It's called quote currency. So the first one is base. So it is either you are giving the base to get the quote, or you are giving the quote to get the base. I want to take you guys gradually. We're just building. You are either giving the base to get the quote, or you are giving the quote to get the base. Those are the things happening in the market. I'm sorry about that. Those are the things happening in the market. One must be going. Now, let me tell you, why do you give a currency to get the other? I'm trying to answer the question, how do we make money in the Forex market? Now, I want to ask a question. If your answer is, you type your answer in the chat for me. Or let me do something. Let me unmute us so that we can all speak. Let me unmute you. Let me unmute everybody. All right. So you can now unmute yourself. As far as there's no noise in your environment, you can, that your speaker where you see something like this. Good. Mrs. Divine has unmuted herself. Mr. Easy, unmute yourself. Mrs. Victoria, you can also unmute yourself. Good. Now I want to ask a question, and I'll be throwing the answers. I'll be calling us by name to give me answers. With what I've said thus far, I want to show you why you must give A to get B, or you give B to get A. This is A. This is A. And this is B. Now, I want to ask you, any logical person can answer this question. Okay, this is my Zoom. So we are using a free Zoom. Is my free Zoom. So we'll be logged out in the next 10 minutes. Once we are logged out, all you need to do is click that same link that I sent to you. You'll be logged back in, then we'll continue from there. I'll sort that out next week. My Zenith Bank Visa card was blocked, so I could not sort that out. All right. Now, if this is Great British Pound, if Great British Pound is dropping in value, the way our Naira is crashing, this is the arrow that represents the Great British Pound. If it's dropping in value, the way our Naira is dropping in value, that is, it is losing value in the market. It is becoming worthless. And then the United States dollar is appreciating in value. Is appreciating in value, is becoming stronger. It's becoming a good currency. It's becoming stronger in the market. Please, what will you do to your GBP? Mrs. Divine, what will you do to your Great British Pound? Will you keep it, or you will give it out? Or you will sell it?
I will sell it out.
You will sell it out, ma. so that you can purchase the United States dollar that is gaining value, right?
Yes.
That is what we do in the market. Every time we sell the base currency to buy the quote, it is because from what we call, there's what we call analysis in the forex market that you also get to learn as we're going. From your analysis, we have two types of analysis. You'll be getting to understand that tomorrow: fundamental and technical analysis. From your analysis, you can tell when a currency will begin to gain strength. When you cannot tell 100%, but you can tell to almost 80 to 90% certainty. Trade the GBP for the USD. Beautiful. I love your answer, Mrs. Victoria. It means you're really, 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 yeah. You will definitely trade the GBP for the USD. You will give away the GBP and purchase the USD. And if reverse is happening, if the USD is dropping and the GBP is gaining value, you will trade the USD for the GBP. You want to go for what is gaining strength, what is becoming valuable. Because you know, the more valuable a currency, a particular currency asset is, the more money you make from it. And that is how you make money in the forex market. Now, this chart you see here represents that drop in value in currency A and appreciation in value in currency B, or that drop in value in currency B and appreciation in currency A. Now, no two currencies are both valued at the same price in the forex market. No two currencies are valued at the same price. Every currency have their value per time, and no value is static. No currency value remains at one point. The value is always moving. The value is always moving. The only period where the value is static on all currencies is from Friday 10 p.m. till Sunday 10 p.m. That is when the market is closed, because banks worldwide are closed. This market you're trading it in conjunction with the World Bank in Switzerland. So once banks are closed on the weekends, no currency is moving. The value stops at where it stopped. On Sunday night, it will peak there, because for some of these currencies, they are like 7 hours ahead of us. So it's already Monday in Switzerland before it is here. For instance, the Switzerland market opens by 10 p.m. in the night. Every night is when that is when they resume work in Switzerland. That is Switzerland, New Zealand, Netherlands, all those countries. They resume work 10 p.m. Nigerian 10 p.m. is their own 8 a.m. If I'm not wrong, 8 a.m. or 7 a.m. So these currencies begin to move immediately the market opens on Sunday night. Our own Sunday night is their own Monday morning. And it will continue moving till Friday night, 10 p.m. It's shut, it's closed. Saturday, no movement in the market. Sunday, all day till 10 p.m. on Sunday. That is when the market open and movement start. Now, these candles, I told you earlier, these are candles. Every time you see a candle that is colored green, just know that that candle represents something. It means the GBP is valued and the USD is weak. Every time you see a green candle, and you will understand what this candle means, what different types of candle means. Anytime you see a green candle, it's telling you that the base currency is more valued than the quote currency. What is the base currency? The base currency in this case, Mr. Eze, please, what is the base currency in this our example?
That's the Great Britain pounds.
Sir?
The Great Britain pounds.
Thank you
the
very
British
much.
pounds.
Very correct. So in this case, anytime you see a blue candle, it's telling you that the base currency is valued over the quote currency. That is, the base value is stronger than the quote value, than the quote currency in the world market, in the global market. And anytime you see a red candle, now this green candle means the currency, the market, that chart, that currency chart is going to be moving up. Why is it going to be moving up? Anytime the base currency is stronger than the quote currency, the chart goes up. The chart just goes up. You see, the base currency is just gaining more value. Just the way the dollar is, the $1 you buy it at 470, 480, 490. You see that the dollar, every time the naira equivalent of dollar is more, it tells us that the dollar is gaining more strength. Is gaining more strength. Like during good luck now, when I started trading, when I funded my account, we could buy $1 for 340, 330. This is just early this year, around March, January. Because I funded my account the first time. That's when I funded a trading account, but I've been exchanging naira for dollar before then. But when I funded my account, I paid 330 naira. But in a space of like 10 months, you can see how the United States dollar gained strength over our naira. Our naira is almost worthless before the United States dollar. And there's a prediction from financial analysts that before 2023 might be too far, that if nothing is done about our economy, we'll be buying $1 for nothing less than 1,000 naira. But that's, by the way, those are economic things. So what I'm just trying to explain is, whenever the base currency is gaining value and the quote is losing value, the quote is less than the base, the blue candle forms and it goes up. In some charts, it will be green. This blue candle forms, and if you notice the movement of this blue going forward, you notice that every time the blue shows, you can see how it is moving up. Then look here, when the red shows, you can see how it's just coming down, going forward, coming down. So what does this red candle represent? This red candle represents the opposite of what the blue. Anytime the quote currency is stronger than the base, the particular chart for that currency is going to be dropping. Because the owner of a chart, please listen to me, please. The currency that owns a chart is always the base currency. This chart now, this is GBP USD. The owner of this chart is GBP. So if GBP is strong, the chart will go up. If GBP is weak and USD is strong, it will come down. What it means is GBP is coming down. Everything you do in a chart is in reference to the base currency. So if it is coming down, it's
sorry, can you please take that again?
All right.
And take that again. Thank you.
All right. The base currency is the owner of a chart, is the owner of the charts. The base currency, this is GBP USD. The owner of this chart is GBP, not USD. Everything, every analysis and everything we do on this chart is based on what is happening to GBP. Everything we do on this chart is based on what is happening to GBP. If the blue candles are forming, telling us that the market, the GBP is stronger than the USD, and is because the GBP is strong. And when red candles are coming down, is because the GBP is weak. So everything we do is in respect to the GBP. The USD is just borrowing this space. The GBP is the owner of this space. So in summary, the base currency is always the owner of a chart. Every movement of price in that chart tells us what is happening majorly with the base currency. The base currency is the owner of a chart. Everything happening in that